Mr. Brown, what are you doing to me? I just woke up, literally just 10 minutes ago, and I went and saw your video. Every single morning, I wake up, I make myself a cup of coffee, and I jump on YouTube to catch all the videos that were posted overnight. I don't do this to kickstart the neurons in my brain. That's what the coffee's for. Purely entertainment. I don't want to do any thinking when I see YouTube. But no, you post this video and you make me think. I don't want to think. I want to be entertained. However, I can't just let this go. This question is just too obvious. Yeah! And I see what you're doing here. You call it inviting people to open discussion. I call it troll baiting. That aside, let's just move to the matter at hand. So you've asked us to disprove your thought experiment. However, you haven't given us enough background information to properly give any structure to this theory. There are 10,000 questions that I want to ask you. However, this is not a flowing two-way conversation. So I'm not going to be able to ask you questions and you're not able to come back to me with the answers. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of assumptions with this theory. And before I continue any further, no, I can't prove you wrong. Nobody can prove you wrong, but you already knew this. Well, the question is the whole prove to me God exists, but worded differently. So I'm here to offer you a reason why you are probably wrong. So based on your reasoning, there is a screen, this big giant screen thing, and it seems this screen was built to observe Earth, us. Otherwise, why else would the planet Earth be in the center of this giant sphere? So if you actually think about it, the sheer complexity to keep a structure that big in existence is absolutely mind-boggling. The power consumption levels alone would be greater than the sum of its parts, and by its parts, I mean the observable universe. Powering the damn thing alone would disprove your theory. However, you can easily retaliate by saying that the simple laws of physics and thermodynamics are only punched into the computer itself, and the laws that actually govern the computer itself exist in a universe that is separate to our own, meaning that the rules themselves are different in the real world, and our rules here are simply a string of computer code. Well, that's unfair. You're wanting us to disprove a theory based on an inconceivable and improbable set of rules. Shame on you, Mr. Brown. Shame on you. So let me just put two words out there for you. Common sense. Mr. Brown, if we put science aside and looked at the simple facts, we'd come to the summarization that the whole concept itself, that the world is trapped in some giant sphere, the whole concept is daft. Isn't creating a giant sphere simply to observe humanity a little far-fetched? If you're at such a technological advanced stage of evolution, why not make the sphere smaller? Why does it have to be so big? If the sphere itself can falsify the complexity of the universe by imitating redshifts and whatnot, whatever you said in your video, why not just construct the sphere at least 10 light years away from the Earth? Not that far away. Mankind isn't able to float up to the edge of our universe and just knock on it saying, hey, what the hell's this giant wall here? Unusual. So why don't we just make the boundaries of this sphere 5 light years away from Earth? Why not make it 1 light year away from the Earth? Heck, why don't we even just make the border of the sphere 30,000 meters away from the moon? That's the furthest that mankind has been without sending probes out there. And probes themselves, if this alien race or whatever the hell it is has the technology to simulate the universe as is by doing all these massive mathematical complex calculation things, then wouldn't they also have the technology to capture these probes and then send back falsified information suggesting that their flight trajectories have continued onwards? I mean, in the end, why make a sphere that big to observe the human condition? It seems like a big-ass waste of time. You'd think this omnipotent being would have better things to do with his time, or her time.